Welcome back to another. See, I'm good.
You're
This
good.
time.
You are.
Welcome back to another episode of the We Do Cool Shit podcast, and we've got very, very special guest times 2 today.
Woohoo!
Drum roll.
Let's go!
Songer and Tor.
Woo! Welcome to the couch, lads, and welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you.
It's been so good having you guys here so far. We're 2 shows down. We have 2 to go. How have the vibes been so far?
Immaculate. The weather's been good to us. I love this country and the people we're touring with. Like all the artists, all the team, everyone has been super special.
Hell of a crew, right? He's gassing you up, guys.
Yes, it's up. I mean, how many dinners have we had now?
Quite a lot.
16 dinners.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, normally you lose weight on tour, but I think I'll definitely put weight on this time.
Really?
Yeah,
no doubt
yeah.
about it.
No, it's been awesome to hang with you guys. And this is actually the first Audiology Songer tour, right?
No way.
I think it is. Yeah, it
I
is.
believe
Yeah.
so.
Audiology Songer tour. This is
Yeah,
perfect.
nice.
There you go,
Perfect.
yeah.
Which is strange because we've been around a long time, but it's exciting. We always like Goddard and yourselves are our fresh talent this year. You know,
Yeah.
people that we haven't worked with too much, but we've always been in conversations, which
Yeah,
is
that's
good.
right.
And it's been a big build up, and I've got to say it was worth the wait. Such a vibe having you here, and it just the live element of. Like that's something that we've always wanted to bring to our shows. So whilst it's drum and bass heavy, it's been so cool to have, you come in from you just cover all bases really.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mood swing. There's a little bit of everything in there, but yeah.
But was that
it's
intentional for you? Like, is that?
Yeah, 100%. I always try. I'm scattered between moods every day, like day to day, week to week. So I want to just make music that feels like a soundtrack of who I am, and for other people's. Whether you're out on a Friday night or you're waking up on a Monday morning, I want to cover both.
Work it.
Yeah.
Work. And does that go as far? It's always electronic, but I mean, does that go as far as house, drum and bass, hip hop? Like, I mean, where does it?
It doesn't
Where do you
stop.
draw the line?
It doesn't start. I might make a heavy metal tune tomorrow.
Yes, go on.
Yes,
Who knows?
yes. Did you mention the other night at dinner that you've already got a whole project in the works? You got an album.
Yeah, it's about 85% done. It's easily my favourite thing I've ever made.
Whoa.
Super like, it just feels like me. Like I didn't self-title it, but I love it so much I nearly self-titled it. I nearly called it Songer. Like,
Songer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Songer.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's feeling good.
Can you give us any teasers around the genre, the type of tracks, any collaborations on that one?
I mean, it's a bit of everything.
You can stop him if you want to.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you're allowed
like,
to
you can
say,
see his hands are
know.
starting to sweat a little
Yeah.
the
bit.
label's going to kill us.
Nah, it's all good.
But yeah, there's just a bit of everything. Like, I've always kind of been a blend of everything. So like, I want to feel like the glue. I want the genre to be me. I know it sounds a bit fancy, whatever, but I want Songer to feel like the genre. And I feel like this is the first like body of work I've kind of nailed that, where it's like in the middle of everything, something for everyone, but it's the perfect blend.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And is there much more we can talk around the album, or is it all hush hush for the meanwhile?
So like date-wise, we're looking at sort of May next year for it.
Hey.
It's not too far.
It's
6
not too
months goes
far,
by
yeah.
Real quick.
We're remaining independent as well.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. Anything else you want
Is
to?
that?
Are we doing vinyl?
No way.
First ever vinyl, first song of vinyl ever. So excited about that.
I'm going to ask, as a manager, and as an artist, but the decision to go independent, was that a big ballsy call like these days, or is that?
I think it depends on the artist quite a lot, but I think for Songer, like being independent is definitely the way. I think if you're more control, you can be on your own timeline, and I think as a business it works out better in the long run as well.
Yeah.
We spoke to a lot of majors, and don't get me wrong, there is some great teams out there, but I think for us, like, we've got a great team of people we like to work with, and we can do it the way we want to do it, really.
And that flexibility really helps, though, because I think this
the
tour
thing.
almost couldn't happen, but you managed to move things around because you've got the ability to.
Yeah, that's it. And also, like, I think these days, the distributors have just as much power as a major. I think the majors have lost a bit of power compared to what they used to have.
Right.
You don't need a major like you did, 20 years ago.
So looking at the body of work you're going to release, you say it's such a reflection of who you are. Is it quite nerve-wracking given it's like so quite personal to you?
Yeah.
And even like the lyrics and what you write, it's probably quite reflective of your journey and where you're at in your life. Is that scary releasing that to the world?
It is scary, but it only becomes scary when it's about to come out.
Yeah, fair.
When you make it, you're sat in the studio and the boys just talking about all sorts
And
of
then gassing you up.
Yeah. And then when it's about to see the light of day, I'm like, oh, my nan's going to hear that. That's not okay. Or like, whatever it is, whether it's something super personal or whether it's about going out, it is a case of just before it comes out, it's like, right, okay, this is this is going to be out there now.
Do you do the rounds, like call mum, call nan, like hey,
No,
just letting you know?
I just wake up with my fingers crossed and hope for the best.
So, something that's super common that I've heard from other artists, you know, it's like the tunes that you think are the ones that are going to smash often don't, and the ones that you think are least likely to smash end up with the most streams. Is that like, do you almost go into this going, I don't care which one works, like, or do you have some favorites and you're like, man,
yeah, you can't care about which one works. That's why, like, going back to being independent, there's the beauty of it. It's like I'm not stressing about, okay, what's the single, what's this. I just want to make a beautiful piece of music, and then like whatever connects the most, and whatever just becomes one for the proper core fan base, then that's a result as well.
Yeah, you can't control the algorithms, eh? You sort of just, sometimes things just happen.
Literally, like some of my biggest songs have been completely, like I've been blindsided by them completely, and then on the flip side, I've done a tune that I think is going to go mental.
Yeah.
And it just becomes like a
it's
little hidden gem.
wild,
It's
isn't
hard.
it?
You
just
can't
never
really
know.
predict it. I don't think. You know? Sometimes you hear it. You know, like Vino Bandit, Toxic, those kind of things. It's like
You just knew.
you know it's going to work, but like Song said, there's other times where you think it's going to fly, and it just doesn't do what you think it's going to do. You know, or one that you
On to the
didn't
next.
expect to fly just goes. So
Oh, I love that. I love that. And this one's for tour. So, tour managing here, you've got a taste of what it's like for me when I go overseas. So I can relate to this because we've been out a few nights, and after dinner, you've been sober. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, the other boys, we've been drinking. We've been,
The
we've been
responsible
linking up.
one, here he
But Tour's
is.
been responsible, which I'm always impressed with
That's
managers.
a nice way of saying boring. Like
Oh, yes, I was
Oh,
being
okay,
kind.
we can
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, kidding.
But going home and having 3 a.m. phone calls, you know, like it's a part of it, right? Like you're just on 24/7.
yeah, I
as
think
a-
especially at the moment, I'm still hustling. You know, still
Yeah.
building, and obviously things have to, things back home still have to run even when I'm here.
Yeah.
So I could just, we've had tours before in the past where we partied every night,
Yeah.
and you come back with an awful hangover and hundreds of
500
emails,
unreads.
and then you feel worse for it. So I think for me, it's learning to I love being on the road with the guys. I think it's the best bit. So it's like learning to stay on the road, but obviously pick your nights, you can have some fun, and then the rest of the night, just remember you've got a job and you've got to lock in.
Do you trust the boys enough to send them on their own?
Yeah, I do these days. So I always worry a little bit.
I was
never-
like, I'm like,
What
no.
if they hijack my chef again and
Yeah,
just get,
I never know what call I'm going to get. I never know what call I'm going to get or where they're going to end up. But most of the time, it's all right.
Do you get the calls and it's like the song has left his pants in the train or something?
Yeah,
Oh.
we do get those sort of things happen sometimes. Yeah.
someone's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Right.
the job.
Someone's got to be the entertainment.
It's more Cam I'm worried about though.
Yeah.
He's a
He's a
liability.
classic.
He
Good
is.
find, man. Like, have you guys been paired for a long time? Like,
Yeah, so I was good friends with a guy called Manny when I was young, and Manny lived with Cam. So when I started making music with Manny, I got to know Cam, and then we became tight. And then the first tour in 2021, I asked him if he wanted to DJ. And then obviously you're just spending so much time together
Yeah,
that it just becomes family, and now it's like
that's the team.
I'm as close with Cam as I am anyone in the world.
Hell yeah.
So,
100%.
And when things, you talked about the live show, and I want to ask about Reading, but when it converts into a live show, can you still have the DJ involved? And like, what's the setup?
Yeah, it's tough because when we play with a band, it's obviously not Cam on the decks spinning the tunes, but it's such a pivotal part of the show.
Yeah.
Like to the point where if I'm doing a verse, let's say the verse on Ballin' or something like
Yeah.
that, he knows exactly which breaths I need to take, exactly which words. So even almost just like an instrument in itself, he's so pivotal to
Really?
the show that even if we do gravitate towards just working with a band full time, Cam will still be there.
He'll still be there.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love that.
He's on the mic, man, that whole time.
Yeah,
too.
he's the
It's like
hype man,
both of
eh?
you together, high-fiving. The
literally.
energy between you two is great. And that makes me nice as well as an artist, having someone who you're so close with on stage with you. It's probably quite comfortable as well. Being on the
Yeah.
tour, like it's nice to have that morale in the team when you're touring.
100%, and like a weirdo, I change the set list at every show. So like I'll change the set list like 15 minutes into the set if I think, oh, this could be cool there or whatever. So I'd literally
Really? Just give them the look?
Yeah, I like puzzle it as it's happening. So to have Cam to turn around and go, no, we're doing this, and then Cam knows what I'm thinking and the reasoning, and then it just happens.
Yeah.
We've done so many shows together now that it would be weird doing it with anyone else.
Really?
Oh,
I love that. I
brotherhood.
love that. I mean, loyalty goes a long way in this game, man. Like, especially, I see it more in drum and bass than I see it in any other genre.
Yeah.
agreed.
I'm watching hip hop guys flip their teams every time they come out.
Yeah.
New manager, new this, new
Yeah.
that. Most of their mums are managing them now because they don't trust anyone else.
Yeah.
Do you know what fear call?
Keep your family close. Man. in the business.
I want to talk about the collaborations you've done with K-Motions.
Yeah.
We had him on the podcast. Love Cal. He's toured with us so many times before. How did that come about, and what was your process in the studio together?
I mean, I've always loved K-Motions from like early SoundCloud days when he was like 15, 16 or
Yeah,
something.
it's been a while.
Really?
Yeah. So, Cal just hit me up and was like, I think it would be cool if we jumped in the studio, and then first thing we made was Vino Bandit.
Crazy.
Yeah, so.
And you got to name it because now I've learned that you actually are the Vino
I am
Bandit.
in
Oh,
fact
no
Vino
way.
Bandit.
Wait, tell me. What's the story?
I always wondered,
He is a Vino Bandit.
how did that get the name? Because Cal didn't smash heaps of red wine when he was with us, so like.
Oh,
But
you're
then
the
I met-
Reds.
Then I met Songer and I was like, he's the red guy.
Yeah, it's an autobiography for sure. But yeah, we were just in studio, and Cam and Manny, funny enough, who I just mentioned, we used to go studio, and everyone would expect like smashing tequila, we'd just buy like 4 bottles of red wine, just
Unreal.
sit and make music. So
It's on your rider as well.
Yeah, it's on the rider. So then Vino Bandit became a thing that I would say. So then when we were in the tune, making the tune,
You knew.
yeah, it's
You
just
knew.
because I knew it was a phrase that would stick in people's head as well.
Yeah, it's got that sound to it, eh?
Yeah.
But you felt like that tune, as soon as you finished it, were you like, this is a hit? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you do get those ones, eh?
That one, yeah, it was obvious, I think, wasn't it? It's
Yeah.
just such a banger.
it's
Yeah.
one of those ones because I'll still worry about it because it's not like wordy, lyrical. Like there's no crazy wordplay or something like that, which is the majority of the time what I try to. I want to be. I want to be known for my writing. So there's that inkling of, oh, should I try and make this more complicated than it is? But sometimes with a tune like that, it's just, what do people want to hear?
Yeah.
How do I get it
Yeah,
across?
less is more almost.
Yeah, just let the tune be the tune. So yeah, we left that session going, okay,
We've
cool.
done
we're
it.
on. Yeah, we've
Bottle
got
of red
one.
to celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I ask if there is another collab with K-Motions in the works,
Come
either for
on.
the album or in the future? Like,
I mean, we've made other tunes, but there's not one that's like ready to go or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I think it's almost an inevitability that
Yeah.
we'll lock back in and,
Yeah, cool.
and see what happens. But there's not one waiting to go.
easy.
Dream collaboration. What would you say is your favourite track to perform live?
I mean, Vino's up there.
Yeah.
Vino's up there. Just it's weird because on a personal level, like songs like Vino Bandit, Toxic, stuff like that, they don't like they're not as big on my soul as some of the other stuff. But performing them, when you just feel the energy, there really is like nothing
Crazy.
like it. Like to the point where, especially in the UK or wherever it is, really, if I just drop the mic during Toxic, you would just hear like everything. So those songs are unbelievable to perform. But also like a tune like Sunrise, I've got a memory of like the first ever time I toured was also my first ever headline show ever, and I couldn't sleep the night before. I was so nervous, like so nervous. And we opened with Sunrise, and like the whole venue was just singing the harmony before the first word.
Crazy.
Like,
So
and
sick.
that feeling, that's probably the best feeling I've ever had through music.
Really?
And then from that second until the last second of the show, there's no nerves, no nothing. So in terms of a live element, that song means something
Beautiful.
that nothing else does really.
So let's talk about that. So Reading was a massive milestone for you, right?
Yeah.
The reason, is it because you're from there, or what was the reason why that one was so iconic compared to everything else that you?
Yeah, so like obviously I'm from Reading, went to Reading Festival every year growing up. Like so I've got countless memories of going as a punter.
As a punter,
Do
yeah.
you know what I mean? And then we did, so the dream was always main stage Reading. Because that was kind of how it all started, like going to those festivals and going, I'm going to do that. And then a couple of years ago when we did one of the tents, that which was on my mum's birthday, that was like, at that point, that's the best day of my life.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So then when we got booked for main stage, there's so much pressure, like internal pressure of how do I
Yes.
make that better than anything I've ever done.
Yeah.
So when we came off and it was like, okay, like
Nailed it.
yeah, we did it. There's the sense of, because it's harder to be proud of yourself in music than it looks, because you're just on a conveyor belt the whole
Very
time. You
true.
don't have time to like sit
Yeah.
and
Yeah, true.
take everything in. But coming off Reading, giving my mum and dad a hug was like, okay, cool, yeah, this is,
I love that feeling, eh?
for the rest of my life, I've done that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
When I tour an artist, people always ask me, what's the best tours you've done? But when I tour an artist that my parents love, there's something different about it. I've got my family in the VIP. introduce them to Bryan Adams, for example, who we grew up on, you know, and it's like that feeling, where your parents like validate what you do, because you feel like they don't understand half the time.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's a language that everyone understands.
Yeah.
Do you know
Even
what I
like being on BBC One.
mean?
Because the show was on
yeah.
TV, it's like even your nan knows that. You know?
Yeah, Ray, so
hell
true.
Tor, did you play a big part in that whole Reading negotiation to get on the main stage, or did it come sort of organically? Or?
Yeah, well, I think most of the deals that come through always come through management, so I think definitely helped it along. And I think I'm from Reading as well. So
you were Reading local too.
Yeah, so I think I've been for pretty much every year for like 10 years.
And you know the
Crazy.
guys, like obviously.
Yeah, so John Mackey runs it and booked us, so I know him quite well now. So I think it's it's same as Song I said, like it's the first festival you've been to, and it's like it's always been a bucket list thing.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it was a wicked moment for us this year.
Where would you put Glastonbury on that list? Like, is that everyone else that I speak to? That's the one. Like, is it?
I think it still is the one, but I think Reading being in the hometown,
Yeah,
it
you've got that
felt
hometown
special. We had
ties.
all our friends there. Between us, we probably had hundreds of friends and family there.
Oh hell yeah!
It was
Can't beat that.
Yeah, great day.
And also, Tor's not doing it like himself justice because he had a stage at Reading as well
Oh,
on the
Papa.
same day. Yeah, like the home
Should always
base stage.
Here we go. Yeah.
Always
We're gonna
forget
talk
about the
about
fingers in
that.
the pies.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
the home base stage there as well. So it was an amazing day. So we got there, set that up, went across the main stage, song and played on main stage, live band, and quite a lot of the band are from Reading as well. And our TM's a guy called Tom, who I booked him at the Purple Turtle when I was 16. So I've known him since then.
And he's 53 now.
So all those things just added up, and then we all went across to the home base stage, and everyone behind the stage was friends, family, people we worked with. There's hundreds of people there. It was an unreal day. One I'll never forget.
Yeah, and then I did a set with Disruptor, and by that point, just everyone was just battered.
Yeah.
So
late night set.
me and Kieran had spoken about it, and all these ideas, this, that, the other, and then we got there and we're both just absolutely wanking. It's just like I ended up just saying bow bow about 100 times in a row.
It was carnage, wasn't it?
Insert the clip here.
Chaos.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
I always find it quite interesting meeting managers from all around the world, and you guys always seem to have about 101 things on the go. Mitch is a great example, you're a great example. How do you manage everything, and how do you prioritise your days? It must just be hectic.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think it's a mixture of managing your time well, and then also having a good team around you to help make things happen.
Yeah, fair.
You can't do anything on your own. And I think when you work on things you enjoy, everything I work on is things I love, so it doesn't feel like work. When I wake up every day, I never dread what I have to do. I look forward to everything I do, and I still get excited about everything. So
Love that.
I think that's definitely for me. It's doing things that I love. That's
a great segue into what I wanted to ask, because I've seen both sides of the industry, right? 17 years of doing this. I've been caught in the quite dark side of it, where it's competitive and people spread rumours and blah blah blah. And then I've been in the real positive side of it, which is working with people like yourselves. Is that in the UK? Do you feel like that's the same? Like, have you day to day? Like, do you deal with some gnarly shit as well?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think that's the beauty of being rather than working for another management company or being signed to a major. I feel like way out, it's like a little family. Everyone on the roster knows everyone. Yeah. And it's like most people on the roster are independent, and so we're kind of we're in our own little ecosystem outside of it. And I think for me, eventually, the goal is to have we've got the events now. I've just launched a label. We've got the management. It's to have a whole ecosystem where we don't really have to rely on anyone else.
Yeah.
So we can just do it all in house in our own lane, and then not have to worry about the politics and the drama.
Sounds exactly like you.
Yeah, I like
Basically,
that.
how you-
I like we just set up our own thing.
Yeah.
The same way.
I almost became the anti-industry person. Like I was like, I'm not going to worry about all the shit that you guys are up to. We're going to go do our own thing.
That's the thing, and I think as long as you're having fun with it, eventually it's going to do well. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Punter questions?
Yeah, we
What do
got
you
punter
reckon?
questions, guys. We've put a
quick
question
fire
marks on the
round.
story, and I'm going to find my phone and ask away. Some of these are quite funny. We
There's
just
a few
had.
dodgy ones, but we've sort of.
we're
That's all right.
sifting
Them
through
out.
them all.
It's probably Cam.
Yeah, Cam's texting in. Yeah.
Pretending.
Okay, so
Thomas burner account.
So this is a really nice one. Someone asked specifically to Songer, who's your dream producer to work with?
That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Any genre.
I'll tell you who's right at the top in a minute. I don't know if you'd say producer, but just as a collective or a band would be Jungle.
Let's go.
Song of Jungle would be,
That's
so
iconic.
sick.
I'd love to get in with those
Okay,
guys.
I'm going to ask you this one again because this one's come up 3 or 4 times. What's your death row meal?
My Death Row Mill.
Yeah.
Cool.
Lude said the lamb from my house the other night. just to set the.
The cocktails. The cocktails. Yeah. What was it called? The Dabbler or something?
The Dabbler. Dream death row cocktail.
Yay!
It'd probably be something pasta related. I'm not gonna lie.
With a red wine.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I am pasta boy, no doubt
you
about it. So yeah, it would be some kind of like lamb ragu pasta with like
Italian vibes.
yeah, 42 bottles of red wine.
Yes.
Like you drink yourself to death. That's the
Yeah.
You'd easily do that, yeah.
What's yours, Tor?
Oh, that's a good question.
Chicken and rice.
No way, not one of those ones.
I'd have to go a bit more exotic. I reckon, I mean, you can't beat a roast.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
a
To be
bad
honest,
shout,
like,
yeah.
just a little bit
Yeah.
of comfort before you go, you know?
I had my first
My nan's roast, though. That's
Yeah.
the
Nanny's roast.
Yeah, just, you can't beat it.
first UK Sunday roast this year, and it was iconic. I was confused about the bread. I'm like, what do we do with the?
What, the Yorkshire pudding?
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd never had it before.
Fill it full of
I
gravy.
was, I was like, what do we do with
Throw
it?
it up
So you
like
put the
a swimming
gravy in there. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, nice. Okay, last one. This is a really sweet one. What's your next career goal?
I mean, it would be something to do with this album. It's all I really want. Like, I'm quite simple, really. Well, in fact, it's not. It's not but
That's why you've got Tor.
About
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm so simple.
every album is so important to me because it's literally a chapter of my life. Like it feels like a chunk of my life. I want this album to come out. I want to do well, and I want to look back at it forever and think, okay, cool, I made that, and just that's literally all I want. Like whatever happens. The only thing that is important to me is being as good as I can be and actually enjoying the process, and then that's literally it. So I just want this album to feel the way I want it to feel when it comes out, because sometimes I'll get caught up in a million different things and I don't allow myself to enjoy certain moments. So my next career goal is drop this album and sit down and go, do you know what, I did that.
Sit down with a bottle of red and appreciate it.
Yeah, and just go, do you know what, I made a little something there.
I love that. It's so true though, right? In this industry especially, as everyone's striving for the next thing. What's the next goal? What's the next milestone? But no one really sits back and appreciates
100%.
where they're at.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Very wholesome. Here for it.
It's wholesome.
Mitch is going to hit you with the final question.
Well, this has been a question for everyone today, and it's getting tricky because it starts to feel like everyone's done everything in the game, but our goal at Audiology is to do shit that no one's done. So if you were to give me a task, say you come back in 2 years, and you were to give us a challenge, you know, a show,
Production,
something unique.
venue.
It could be a production concept, it could be a weird venue, it could be anything. Would you have something in mind that we can go away with and maybe one day deliver? And if we do, we get to tattoo you.
Yeah,
But
you get the
don't worry about
Audiology
that part.
tattoo.
Do you know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for throwing a party or like an event on a boat in Milford Sounds.
Oh, Milford Sounds.
Oh, I was going to say we've done
Yes.
boat, but we've never done a boat in the Milford
Never
Sound.
done it in
Because
Milford
that's like my
Sounds.
favourite place on
With the
earth.
waterfalls.
Yeah,
and
with the
shit.
waterfalls.
I like
Like-
it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
We'll make that happen for you. I think it's going to have to be a silent disco one because they're like
Silent disco.
they're quite gnarly about the nature and the sound and
Yeah.
the audio that you can have. But
Hey, Silent
I'm
Disco
still
still
there.
works.
Yeah.
We're still in the Milford Sounds, right?
hey, it still counts. It still
Oh,
counts.
I love it. Iconic. All right, well,
Legend
we'll
boys.
talk about it in 2 years. Thank you guys so much for joining us. How
thank
good?
you.
So stoked to have you
2
guys.
shows to go.
mate.
Cheers. Bring on the rest of the tour.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers. Thank
guys.
you very much.
Cheers.
Great.
Thank you all. See ya. Adios.
See you later.
Yay.